Good evening and welcome to another episode of Real Talk with Jazz. It is me, your host, Jasmine Strachan, and tonight I am joined by Regina Harris, a business marketing major at San Jose State University. She has a passion for fashion, so she's here to offer her thoughts and opinions about tonight's topic. Tonight we will be discussing the mistreatment model's experience in the fashion industry. This is the second part of my two-part series centered around racial diversity or the lack thereof in the fashion world. So please get comfortable because we will be diving deeper into our topic shortly. I think we all can attest to the fact that the fashion world is exceptionally picky, in particular about looks and models, just the general style and theme of what, is being displayed at the moment. But we don't really get a chance to see what's really going on behind closed doors and what those effects look like to the models. Former casting director James Scully recently had a discussion with The Business of Fashion, which is a UK-based medium where they conducted a segment called Voices, and he held a dialogue entitled How Fashion Became About Power and Lost Its Ability to Dream. And in this dialogue, he's talking to the audience about different injustices that he saw models go through and were in a sense forced to deal with because at the end of the day they're seen as what he calls pawns. Scully says that he knew the business to celebrate beauty and diversity in women, and it has been hijacked by casting directors, stylists, and photographers who seem to dislike women and make it their business to let that known at every chance they get. He goes on further to explain how girls are treated as nothing more than goods, which is unfortunate. He also describes the modeling industry that hires girls when they're children and then disposes of them when they hit puberty, and in a power game where models are pawns, often surviving for months at a time on Adderall and Red Bull. Just hold on tight. We'll be back with thoughts and opinions about Scully's finding. And we're back here with Jasmine Strachan
and Regina Harris. So, Jasmine, what are your thoughts on Scully's discussion about the mistreatment of models?
I agree with him. I agree with him from the perspective of there are things that happen in every industry that we don't know, we're not always able to be a fly on the wall to see the injustices that everyone experiences in any industry that they're a part of. And it just makes it unfortunate because I feel like people are pit against either, losing their job to raise awareness and speak out about these injustices, or to remain silent and keep their job. So all in all, it's just extremely unfortunate, but I do commend people like Scully who can recognize the injustices and at the end of the day take some action, because he did resign from his position because he disagreed with the mistreatment of the models that he experienced. So it's difficult, but I think it happens. I think it's a part of life, and it's just unfortunate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I think it's, like you said, unfortunate, and I actually commend him for taking that step, because it is difficult for someone to leave their entire career behind based off of something that they think is immoral, because it's the easier thing to do would be to just stay there and be quiet and mind your business. But for him to actually, believe and stand for something is really powerful. And unfortunately, instances like this where there's secrets going on below the belt that people don't know about, it's entirely too common. So I think conversations like these that Scully actually started to have, I think it's super helpful, and it sheds light on the injustices that go on behind closed doors.
Right, and I think this kind of speaks to how we could possibly combat it in the future is, to continue to raise awareness, to continue having discussions like this about it, because for people who are not knowledgeable of the fashion industry, how would they know if we don't shed light on it, if we don't have people who actually speak out and speak on public forums and use their platforms to say, this is wrong and that we need to change this. I think the greatest misfortune is, Scully fell in love with an industry that celebrated beauty and diversity, like he said, and then to turn around and see the harsh realities of it is something that, you know, made him all in all leave, and it sucks. But I just think continue to raise awareness are ways we can move forward in this world.
I agree. I definitely agree.
Okay, we'll be back to wrap it up in just a few, so sit tight. At the end of the day, every industry has secrets and has underlying issues that, you know, the public may not be keen to, and it's unfortunate. It's definitely unfortunate. But we need more people like Scully to raise awareness, to bring that topic to the forefront, so that we can one day hope to change it, hope to make it better for models. But that's all we have tonight, folks. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. You know, please subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for more things to come.